realised at dinner time it's not just the girls that argue, but there's a lot of underlying tension between Hayley and her dad as well.
You sit at the end like usual.
I can sit here if I want to. I'm ready.
I'm not. You can wait. I started traveling for work about 1.5 years ago. I don't have the deeper relationship with the children that I should have with each one of them had I stayed at home.
Cameron can never be cool because she's just not.
Hey, what did you just call her?
I never said I never called her anything.
Leave your sister out of that.
You leave me out of it. We're not even talking to you.
Hey.
Hey, what? Finish your sentence, please.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that to his stuff.
Oh, yeah. I wondered that if Dad being gone so much affected Hayley's behaviour, so I decided to talk to him more about it in detail. And you speak to the children every evening?
No. Just Mondays when I arrive. I call them like around 10 o'clock at night.
You know, a lot of parents have jobs that demand travel. But for this father and husband to go away and to only call his family once seems crazy to me. It really does. After speaking to Dad, I then went and spoke to Mum because I noticed earlier that she had been crying in the car. And the question was, why? What makes you cry when you get into an argument with the kids?
When they are being defiant and rude and I've lost my patience. I hate being in the conflict, so I just want to get past it.
Why is she so angry with you? Why is she so angry with Dad?
When she doesn't get time with me or Harding, she gets jealous of the time we spent with Cameron or with Matthew because they're competing for a limited attention.
Their relationship is very volatile.
Cameron and Hayley's.
Mm-hmm. You're unhappy, the kids' behaviour, not having that quality time when Dad is home. How has that not been a priority? I mean, what happened? How did it get lost?
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that. Going into the parent meeting with Joe, I felt a lot of trepidation. She saw us being ineffective with discipline, and so I knew that she would have a lot to say.
Let's talk about these issues you've chose not to address that's led us into the place that we're in now. Michelle, emotionally, you're recognising that it's taken its toll with not having Harding around. You're feeling like a single parent. When I watch you with the kids, you're very passive, no backbone, and you allow the kids to do what they want, when they want. You don't follow through with anything you say. When I watch your girls, I see their attitude, I see their disrespect. Your kids are rude to you, they smart mouth, they've got attitude, they punch, they kick. We were in a car yesterday where you were turning your head as Hayley was slapping you, and that was okay. Not once did you pull that car over to actually turn around and address your child for the way they were behaving. So you need to start thinking about the kind of mother that you want to be.
I want to be different. I want to make the change, and I want my children to see me make that change.
Let's talk about your relationship with Hayley.
Okay.
It's strained.
Yes, it is.
It's hostile. You've got to reach out to her because she's slipping. She's slipping. Pull her back in. Let me talk about the next point here. I'm quite astounded that you can actually go away and not even pick up the phone to speak to Michelle during the week or speak to your kids. You can't squeeze 5 minutes to just pick up the phone and say, "Good night, sweeties." Where's the contact?
There is none.
So why would you expect your kids to even think that you give a damn when you can't even pick up the phone to call them during the week? What were you thinking?
I wasn't.
You know, a lot of families have a parent that does have to travel for business. I think we face some common struggles that a lot of families face.
Correct, but they resolve them. Let's talk about Hayley and Cameron. I know every child, every sibling has their bickering, their ups and downs, but primarily these two sisters are not enjoying each other's company, which is sad to see. I mean, you know, when you've got Hayley turning around saying, you know, I wish Cameron would die, I don't want her around. So she's saying words to make an impact, to hurt. They both actually do want to connect with one another. You can see it. You can see it's just their hurt behaviour, which means you've got to get them involved in doing things together. Yeah. Instead of keeping them apart. Because at the moment, there's been a lot of work focusing on keeping them apart so that they don't argue. Throw them in doing things together so they learn how to work things out together, so they teamwork together.
I think we've fallen into the habit over time of just letting things happen instead of sitting down and taking stock and saying, is this really working? That's why we're glad to have you here, is so that we can see with an objective eye what we don't notice every day. We want things to be different, and we're committed to making the changes.
So it's about recognising what we do as parents so that we make the most of what we got right now. Are we ready for that change?
Absolutely.
We're ready
Joe.
to make a change.
Okay.
Good.
Fantastic.
All right, let's go.
Coming up,
Bye.
Dad leaves Mom to fend for herself.
I'm like, oh no, how do I handle this now? It was very overwhelming.
And later, Hayley pushes Mom to the breaking point.
What's going on here?
Everything turns into a battle.